The temples that were built as Hinduism spread across Asia from India in the 10th to the 12th centuries were elaborate, and to the average Thai person, they would have been quite magnificent. Anyone who didn't believe in this new religion surely must have been convinced of the greatness of these new deities and would have quickly converted to join this peaceful religious revolution after they saw the elaborate temples being built in their communities. Hinduism actually predates Buddhism here in Thailand. And you can imagine the farmers in the fields around the outside looking up at this enormous building over 1,000 years ago and just being in total awe. Then when they came here, they'd look at the building, they'd see the carvings around the outside, telling the stories about the Hindu gods and their beliefs. Now, not only did Hinduism play a major part in religion, it also provided formal education for the local people. Come on, I'll show you the library. This remarkable building played a really important role in the development of the local civilization. You see, it's made of ironstone, which is quite incredible in its own right. It would have been so difficult to have cut it. The laterite stone itself looks very rustic, but it doesn't have any engravings in it like any of the other buildings around the outside. The reason for this is that you come to this building to learn. It was the source of education, things like teaching people to read and to write, and it also kept history of the religion, and not only that, it developed the history and recorded the history of the local people. It's quite a remarkable building. One thing you have to keep in mind here is the reality of constructing such incredible buildings. In modern times, these would be a challenge, but back then, building with such enormous stones and so high, it's amazing. The roof is actually solid stone blocks, carefully placed in such a way that they support the weight and keep the elements out of the building. The engineering here is remarkable. It's hard to believe that this structure was built over 1,000 years ago. We're on top of an extinct volcano, and each one of these limestone blocks was quarried over 50 kilometres away and carted here right up on top of the mountain. It's amazing. Now, to do it, they actually drilled holes in the blocks themselves, put wedges in, and then picked them up one by one to place them into this remarkable structure. One of the more incredible stories attached to this sacred site relates to the lintel above the main entrance into the temple. You see, in the 18th and 19th century, there were relic hunters going right through Asia, stealing sacred pieces and then selling them on the black market. Now, this happened to end up in a private American collection before being given to the Chicago Museum of Asian Arts. Now, when it was discovered there, the Thai government and the people lobbied hard and eventually had it returned in 1988. But what's incredible about this story is what happened to the 7 Thai men who stole it. Within 6 months of them selling it, 6 of them had died gruesome deaths, and the 7th was insane.
They're known for, isn't it, that sort of architecture?
That's right, all the detail.
How remarkable is this building? It's over 1,000 years old.
They don't build them like they used to.
They sure don't. Now, next week, we're back with more of beautiful Thailand. We're going to continue the journey through Isan. It's sensational. And then we head north.
Chiang Mai, and we've got the wonderful hill tribes. You don't want to miss those.
Can't forget the rafting and the elephants.
And the elephants. Oh, look, there's so much to see. We'll look forward to seeing you next week for the Gurus Explore Thailand. See you then.
Channel 9.
With a network of over 70 cities in 5 continents, the legendary service of Thai lifts you up and carries you to the whole world. Thai, smooth as silk.